I know. There's a lot of talk now about like the super fight between you and the monster, 122. You know, a bigger guy moving up, kind of like a Salvador Sanchez, Wilfredo Gomez type thing. What do you think about that?
It's a good fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's an interesting fight.
Yeah. What do you think about the monster?
He's a good fighter. Yeah, he's a good fighter.
Yeah. You see any holes?
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I'm just sitting here. He's a good fighter though.
Yeah.
But just like me, I'm a good fighter. Just like there's other fighters out there that I have holes in my game that they get exploited. So
Yeah.
it's all about seeing when it's that time.
Yeah. Well.
Fulton, I mean, he had a great performance against Danny Armand. He's been beating a lot of these pressure fighters, like really good pressure fighters, like, you know, your Angelo Leos, your Figueroas, your Romans. I think I'm ready to see Fulton in there with like a dangerous boxer puncher type style. See how he deals with that kind of a style that the monster brings to the table.
That's what Inoue is, you know. And
Yeah.
I think some fighters get spoiled by the knockout. Some fighters get spoiled by win after win after win, and they kind of lose track of themselves, whether that's training or maybe not coming to the fight mentally as prepared as they should be. I don't think I don't think Inoue is the type of fighter that no matter what he just did to Nonito, I don't think he's going to come to the ring any less than who he's been in this present time. All that being said, the monster is a nightmare for Fulton.
Yeah. Oh, you think so?
I think so because of his length or Inoue, because of Inoue's length and his size. I think that even though he's in a lower division, I think that he would fill out at 126, and I think that he'd be a problem.
Yo, it's your boy Brian B.Y. Jennings, and right now you're watching True School Sports. Yeah, though.
Well, it's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, Naoya the Monster Inoue, you know, he's got a massive fight coming up December. What was it? December 13th, I think it was. I forgot the date, but it's in December. He'll be taking on Paul Butler in what is on paper. You know, I know fights aren't won on paper; they're won in the ring. But on paper, it is probably the most lopsided, undisputed matchup of all time. All right, but he's fighting for the undisputed title, trying to solidify his run at 118 before he makes that move to 122 that people are anticipating to where maybe he could fight Stephen Fulton in a big mega fight. People want to really see that fight. They want to see if the monster can go up to 122 and beat a guy in Fulton that really has been shown himself to be of exceptional caliber over the last couple of years. But Ring Magazine did an interview with the monster recently, and he was speaking about Stephen Fulton, and I kind of wanted to read the quotes and kind of chime in on that and the potential matchup. So here we go. Here's what I know he had to say about Fulton. He said the following, and I quote, "If we fight, it will be a great technical battle. It won't be an easy fight. Fulton has a long reach, and it's about how well I close the distance. I feel if I move to 122 pounds, my power will increase, and I can hit harder." You know, so you know, and that kind of goes to like what when I interviewed Sean Porter about this whole thing, he said kind of the same thing about Naoya Inoue. I did ask Stephen Fulton about this when I was in Philly, and I saw him, and he was very, very, very excited about the potential matchup, and he saw a lot of flaws. You know, he mentioned he did say that Inoue is a good fighter, but he really sees some things that he could capitalize on and beat him. So, you know, when we talk about the great potential matchups in this sport, there really aren't many, if any, that I think are as good as this fight, because these are two guys that without a shadow of a doubt are A-level fighters. Inoue has been proving himself over the last half a decade plus that he is one of the best fighters in boxing. And Stephen Fulton, you know, I feel like maybe he's come on strong the last 3 years or so, but he's showing you against top grade undefeated fighters, the biggest and baddest motherfuckers they have available at 122. He's been facing them on the regular, and he's been beating them on the regular and at their own game. He even did it to one of my friends, Angelo Leo, which I'm still kind of salty about, but he is a damn good fighter. And, you know, but the crazy thing about this fight is that, you know, there's a big segment of people out there that don't really believe in the hype of Inoue. They think that, you know, they get hate for whatever reason. The people that don't watch the smaller weight classes, they always are quick to shit on anything below the featherweight division. So like, you know, they shit on Chocolatito, they shit on Gaio Estrada, they shit on Inoue, they shit on a lot of guys, you know, who fight at 115, 112, 118, and these guys have to really scratch, claw, and fight for all respectability. So like when I was on the Boxing Voice, you know, about a month or so ago, you know, Ness was calling Inoue the fake monster, right? And a lot of people are doing that, and a lot of people view this fight as the most overrated fighter in boxing being Inoue versus the most underrated fighter in Fulton. And then some people think that Fulton really hasn't fought anybody close to as good as Inoue, and that he's biting off more than they can chew. So when you get fights right in boxing, and it doesn't matter what side you're on, whether you think Inoue would be Fulton or Fulton would be Inoue, when you get fights in boxing that you have one side saying one thing and one side saying the other, that those are the kind of fights you wanna see as a fan. Those are the kind of fights that if you're a promoter looking to make some money and generate interest in a healthy and strong sport moving forward, you should be looking to make. And to me, this is like one of the most mouthwatering matchups because, like as I've stated in the past, Stephen Fulton has beaten a lot of you know, top guys in his division, but it's mostly top guys who have the Mexican pressure fighting style. This fight with Inoue will be interesting because this would be Fulton taking on, you know, not an elite pressure fighter, but more so an elite boxer puncher moving up in weight, who would probably be stronger going up in weight. A guy that can punch on the move, a guy that can punch moving forward, a guy that can counter punch. You know, could Fulton use his boxing skills as a naturally bigger man to offset some of the things Inoue does? I mean, we don't know, but Fulton has been on record on my channel and on YSM Sports Media, shout out to Jamil Parker, that he wants to fight Inoue, and hopefully PBC wants him to fight Inoue, and hopefully Bob Arum wants Inoue to fight Fulton, because the way I see it, from one right now at this moment in time on August 29th, 2022 at 12:52 p.m. or 12:52 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, there really is no better fight underneath featherweight than this fight right here, and I feel like it should happen. So I'm gonna leave it at that. But those are Inoue's comments and quotes. He's giving Fulton respect, but he feels like, you know, while Fulton is a great boxer, he feels like, you know, when he moves up, he's gonna be punching harder. He's gonna be packing more thump in both hands. So we'll see what happens. But, you know, really would be a great fight for boxing and, you know, the super bantamweight division. So hope, fingers crossed, Inoue can do his job against Paul Butler, and then you know, we can start talking about, you know, Inoue versus Fulton later on in 2023. So yeah, leave your comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe, and like I say in every single one of these videos, you guys can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys. Charleston today.
True School Sports, the untouchable.
The
Don't
untouchable.
forget it.
Hey.
Up and coming, ready to make noise in the boxing world. Already he's making noise, but soon to make even bigger noise.
Hey, this is my guy right here.
Yes, sir.
He's one of the top guys in the biz. Been a friend of mine for years. He's a friend without boxing, but definitely a friend in boxing. So thank you, Sean, for talking.
Guys like Brennan that really love and soak up the game, keep me hungry. Keep me reminding of what's important in this sport. You know, loving not even just loving the fighters, but studying the fighters.
Yeah.
And knowing the fight game. So much love to my man. True School, he is a true one.
Absolutely.
What's good? It's your boy BT. Hello to the thousands of True School Sports followers.
That's right, the untouchable True School Sports empire.